Welcome to episode 23 of BwG. Today we're looking at 71862. It's one of the Dragon Rising sets. A small 6+ set. I do like these. I do have a Jake. I think he's called Jake, I'm pretty sure he is. It's his small mech that I already have. And yeah, let's go with building this one. These are going to be quite short builds the next couple of weeks, but just kind of fitting it in with a very busy summer holidays. I hope you're well. Make sure you check out www.thesteamengine.co.uk and let's get on with it. So opening up, we can see on the back that it's nice when you get the extra figures, and you can see how it's dragonified. We've got the large horns or I suppose claw type looking things, and then we've got the wings on the back. So let's pop her open and let's get to it. We have Pappy bags. That's wonderful to see. And interesting enough, they split it into two different bags. I actually thought they'd just put one inside the other. We've got our two wings, the large, I suppose, it's not really a sabre, is it? Because it's not shaped like a sabre. And one little booklet. And of course, like we always do, we take an image of the setup like that. And let's move on. So let's place those to one side. That can go to one side because we have the digital instructions in front of us. And let's pull this out. We've got a few little bits, which does make sense. Excellent. I do like a good Ninjago set, I'm not going to lie. And I like to get some in every so often when I find a small enough set that's worthy of BwG. Okay, so if you are new to this, it's quite simple. You've got little hands or big hands, it really doesn't matter. Everybody is welcome and we all come together and we're going to build this set together. So if you have this set, grab it, open those bags and let's get on with it. So Lloyd comes first and we're going to put Lloyd together. So he's our green figure. Oh, did I catch it? Yes, I did. I caught it. Now, is it the correct head? No, it's not. I believe that one is Jake's head. So we want, okay, this one. So we want the one that is like this. Okay. So according to this, we need to go like that. And I'm certain this can be made much better. I do not know why. The camera is refusing to cooperate, so I am looking at other ideas to get a better picture for you. Anyway, let's place his cool helmet on. I quite like that. And we also will have somewhere here some hair normally. There's Jake's hair right there. Quite often you have a set of hair to go with it. So you can choose how you want him to look, but it looks like Lloyd is in complete character. So we're going to put these together. And they do like to do this. They like to take these chained gems in gold and they like us to attach them to the bottom, but we need to put, where is it? We need to put this onto, how is it? Let's have a look. Oh no, we don't need to use that. We go straight to the handle and straight on. So we have this kind of look. Okay, and that is his weapon. So let's pop that onto him. Come on. Oh, when they're new, sometimes they are so hard to put anything in their hands. They're not long since they've been moulded. There we go. Let's put Lloyd to one side. And we also have Jake. So let's pop all the blue together. That's of course how we know it's Jake. He's got some pauldrons here with these on the back. So we're going to push the pauldrons on. So they're the shoulder guards, pauldrons. And we need to put his small neckerchief bandana, I suppose, face covering. So that ninja style face covering. And then we have a, where is it? There it is. We have a very angry, I believe it is Jakey boy. There we go. And we also have his hair. Where did his hair go? There it is. So they've gone for it so that he is, oh, no, that doesn't work, does it? Because his face is not covered. So let's have a look and work it out. So I reckon that was the wrong way up. So let's, there you go, that's better. And there you go, let's pop his hair on. And there we go, so he's in his open attire. Oh, he has claws, which is pretty cool. So they use these, which I've seen them use for a few different things now. And they just get popped on like a weapon would do. And we do that. And we do that. Okay, so let's pop that on there. There we go. There we go. So there you go. Look at that. Excellent. Love him. He's brilliant. And then we need to also now do our, I'm trying to think what they're called, a loyalist, I think these are called. And they are quite scary looking, to be honest. Come on. I need the hood, like so. And then we have a couple of these, which uses the blades I was trying to do earlier. So these black blades, so they make you feel, I suppose, like they're nasty or bad or naughty. So we need to add that into this. I do believe we've got this to the right. Yep, we do. And they have a pair like so. And there we go. There's our loyalist. Okay, moving on. Let's get to building. So we have the usual, but the younger the age of these, they become a little bit more simplified. But the actual build of these is very, very similar, no matter which range of mech you buy. So as you move up, you will find that actually you make the really big versions of the mechs, and they don't really change a lot in terms of how they're built. Everything's just that bit bigger. So if you can do this, you can do them. So don't be afraid to give that a go. So turning this like this, we need to place these balls onto the 1x2s, and each of these, where's the other one gone? Ooh, there it is. I found you. So we're going to place that onto there. Okay, just doing that. And then on top, we need to put these 1x2 to single hooks. Where is it? Not there. Oh my wordy, where are you? They do like to hide. There it is. So we've got the one, making sure the hook is on the outside, and we need a second one. Where is it? I tell you what, these are really hard to see. They're all blending in, look. So we can see that we have that, okay, just like that, nice lovely dark green. And we have a lighter green slant, which is stating that, which on this picture you can actually see it looks very similar, but it doesn't look the same when it's in my hand. Again, I'm using natural light. I'm trying to make it so that it's more workable with this camera, but I am losing the battle, so we'll see where that puts us. So placing this 1x2 central, okay, this is a vertical hook, okay, or vertical clasp, onto this weird 2x2, but it has a central, okay, so it's actually a 1x2 hole Technic brick with an extra plate coming out with two more scaffolds. It's hard to explain actually what that is, but they generally use these so we can attach legs to the bottom. So let's find out. So carrying on with this, we need to place our double ball look onto the 1x2. That goes into the dip like that, and then we need to place our horizontal lovely green hooks onto a single scaffold, and they are going to go either side. There it is. Lots of little pieces, so a little bit iffy for my hands, but we're good. So we now have another, okay, slant down look, this drop. Oh, we don't want to go that way, do we? Like this, and then when we're ready, we're going to place this onto the bottom of here. So bring up this at the front, and the pin and the hole are going to come together. So what we want to do is put this green along with the green on the front there, just like that. Okay. On to next, we want to create this. We have an offset, a 1x2 to 1x2 offset, a lovely light green, and then we've got this grey, going to be described as a knuckle to ball joint, okay, so where that pushes into, and we need to, oh, Oh, dearie me. I think I just knocked my microphone, even though it's there. Anyway, pop in this 1x2 tile, which is transparent green. Okay, they're very much a space tile, as it were. This is now going to go onto here. Now, it does want us to add these, I noticed. So let's go back and see where. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Although it tells us it wants to add them. On the top here, you can see it even on the screen. Look, you've got these strange curved top singles, okay? But it doesn't tell you on here to add them. You have to go to the next page, which I think is a little bit strange, but I suppose if you were using the actual one, it wouldn't make much difference. So we're going to do this. Always follow how this is. So orientate it to the picture and push that on. So the knuckle goes onto the ball, and that now allows it to roam free, which is a very small ball joint. Okay, and we're just going to make the same one again, but this time the knuckle's going to be upwards, not downwards. We need to place our 1x2 onto there, and then of course we need to add these little curved top singles here, little tiles, yeah, little curved flat bottom dots, I suppose you'd call them. And this one, of course, is going to fasten onto there, like so. Putting that down, we've now got a sub build here, and we're going to, well, another sub build, I suppose, and we're going to have this there, the 1x2 claw piece in one of the Tatooine browns, and a rounded 1x2 black, okay, with open top scaffolds. And then we want our offset, our central offset to a 1x2 attached to a 2x2 flat, and that's going to go on like that. And then on here, to give it a little bit of shape, we use these like half square base pyramids, so they're like half a pyramid, and that sits just on those two scaffolds there. It should sit slightly above the edge here. Okay, now putting that down, this is quite normal. It now asks us, we've got to make two of these, but it does ask us now to create the second part of it. So we've got this upright slant, 1x2 up to the 2x2, okay, and we need to add that onto there, and our curved one, just like that. So we have a knuckle onto a 1x2 and another one of these black rounded 1x2 flats. And they are going to come together like this. So your knuckle needs to be facing up, your point needs to be facing up, and then bring them together just like that. So we need to make two of these. So I'm just going to go back to make sure I've got it correct, because I don't want to make a mistake. But if you remember, give it a go. Don't be afraid to try. If you remember, give it a go. What's the worst that happens? You take it apart and you start again. And we just bring in this together just like the last one. Bring in the pointy, so the half square-based pyramid, and we're going to place that down. And now we need to take our upright slant here, and have we got it right around? Yep, that's correct. We take our rounded 1x2 flat, place that on there, and we take our grey knuckle that's on the 1x2, and again, knuckle up, point up, and push them together just like that. That gives us 2 feet, okay? Now these feet can go either way around, doesn't matter. I'm just going to pop them on like this, and, oh, wrong way around, and come here, like that. And then what I can do is bring my legs down, turn these into position, like so, whichever way you want to do it. And then that now gives us our mech legs. Okay, so we can stand you up for the moment. I always think they stand really, really well. So grabbing another ball to knuckle piece, we need to take this 1x2 green, place it underneath. Okay, and then we have a rounded black on top. Okay, so it should look just like that. Yeah. And then we now need to add an additional sub-build, and that sub-build is made up of a 1x2 with a vertical hook on it, a vertical clasp, and we need to place, let's have a look, so we need to place a 1x2 knuckle on the top, like so, and then we need to put a 1x2 claw piece, like that, okay? That will allow it to hold something, you'll see that very shortly, and that clicks onto there like that. We now need to produce, okay, it's done it again with these 2 times, so keep an eye on that. If you can remember how you did it, then do it again. We need to put this single slant and lovely green colour and this lovely limey green claw type thing that's placed in, just like that. So let's make a second one. Okay, so the second one, we take this again. We're just going to do it exactly the same because it doesn't really make any difference. Let's have a look. So I need that to go on the bottom, like so. I then need me rounded black 1x2 on top, and then I need to create this piece as well. So we take our 1x2 with the vertical clasp, our knuckle going backwards away from it, just like so, and then our 1x2 claw sits right on top, and we can pop that back on, and then let's add our single slant that goes down, and our small claw just to give it a little bit of a menacing feel. I like that. Right, let's add these on. They can go in either side. So, and the thing about this is it does allow you to move them. You know, they are what they call actuated or relatively functional, should I say. Okay, so there we go. We have his arms in place, which is superb. We now need to sort out this piece, which appears to be his tail. So we've got one slanted piece that's going to go at the bottom, just like that, and we're going to stick that onto this piece that we left at the bottom here. That's going to go there like that. That creates his tail off the back. Okay, and then we're going to quickly place his large sword into, you know, either hand. It doesn't really matter which one you put it into. And we need to sit, okay, let's pull all this one to the side. We need to put our wings on this. So our wings will go onto here. Now, I'm going to go for the lower, well, this one, okay, rather than this one, because I think that if they sit a bit lower on the body, they look a bit better. Okay, so, and it also is flat to the back, okay, which I think is exactly how they want you to do it. Now, often, these will give you a place to put the protagonists, so the hero's weapon. So in this case, I would imagine it will allow me to pop them onto there. So I popped it onto that hook, and now I roll this down, you into here, and I sit him inside there like that, and he is ready to fight. Let's put the spares out the way. Oh, we've got a little bit of, look at that. It's a little bit of rubbish from the mould, which is unusual. You don't see that a lot. Okay, and we have all three. What a sweet little build that is. I like it. I do love these little Ninjago builds, and I absolutely adore mechs. So for me, it's an absolute winner chicken dinner. So thank you for joining me, episode 23. See you next week, and we're going to be doing a small Technic set next week. So stay tuned for that, and have a great week. Take care, and stay safe, everyone. This is G signing off.